so I'm going to order one for you too.
In the past, Jan Collins had no source of drinking water on her property. She was forced to haul it in from town. Her household water came from the babbling creek that borders her land. That all changed when Collins chose to harness the water coming from above instead of below the surface.
I looked at the cost of putting in a well and determined that it was not necessarily going to be cost effective for me, and even if I did drill a well, there was no guarantee that I was going to get water or it was going to be drinkable.
She turned to a local company, Rainwater Systems Inc., to help harvest what was falling from the heavens. Collins says the price was $4,000 less than drilling for the unknown. Using rainwater is not a new concept. The practice dates back to biblical times. Today, it's enjoying a revival in popularity due to the quality of rainwater and interest in reducing consumption of treated water. In the Texas Hill Country, residents will tell you the water quality fluctuates with ease. High amounts of sulfur, calcium, and iron are not uncommon.
Trying to soften it or trying to condition the water just to a point where you can take a bath in it, let alone drink it, becomes pretty difficult. And with rainwater, you eliminate all those problems.
Using the roof of a home, a network of gutters and PVC pipes, rainwater is funneled to a lined galvanized storage tank. A little more than a half a gallon of water can be collected per square foot of collection surface per inch of rainfall. For Wall, building these storage systems quickly went from a hobby to a full-time job.
It is gaining so fast that it's hard to keep up with just the telephone calls to answer questions for people, whether they're thinking about putting one in or they've already contacted us and we're working with them to put it in.
Customers such as Collins have even discovered they use less soap and cleaning products around the house due to the purity of rainwater.
It tastes good, it's soft, and we don't have spots on any of it. You know, like when you can look at my sink, it doesn't have those hard water spots, and it's just so much easier to live with.
People such as Collins and the Ertles build rainwater systems for a variety of reasons. Sometimes those reasons overlap. For Collins, it came down to being practical and economics. For the Ertles, it came with a purpose. The Ertles' home is on a different scale when it comes to putting Earth's gifts to use. Their 2,000 square foot home is completely off the grid, meaning not a single solitary municipal utility is hooked up. Nada, zilch.
We had a piece of property that just was begging to be off the grid, and so that's how we kept it.
Of course, the million-dollar question is, will there be enough rainfall to collect enough water? Short answer, yes. The rule of thumb is to build 9,000 gallons of storage for every person in the home. The Ertles have a 20,000-gallon tank and use anywhere from 500 to 700 gallons a month.
Our tank has been full for the last year, and most of the time when it rains, we see it overflowing and flowing down the hill. So once you get it full, it's pretty easy to maintain the supply that you need.
The only real maintenance is to change filters every 3 to 9 months and the UV light, which kills any potential pathogens, every year. Rainwater harvesting does favor the rural residents, but Wall says a collection system on any scale makes sense to all. He even takes it a step further with the opinion that rainwater collection systems are the present-day answer to the state's water worries.
I tell a lot of people that what's happening here is we have an influx of people coming in. Everybody's drilling water wells, and what they're really doing is just putting a new straw in an old Coca-Cola and they're sucking the water out of the ground.
State and local governments seem to be rallying behind the idea. The Texas legislature passed laws in 2001 limiting sales tax on rainwater collection equipment. In Austin, residents and businesses can receive thousands in rebates. It's clear that the investment in such systems has far exceeded any expectations.
I've gotten now to where when I go visit friends and family, I take my drinking water with me because no matter what kind of water they have, it just doesn't taste as good.
For Voices of Agriculture, Matt Felder, Kerrville.